What's up? We're at Mt Hope Cemetery in Rochester, New York, and we're at the grave site of Susan B. Anthony.
Yeah, so she was one of the first women to start the women's suffrage movement, and she actually fought for the women's right
To vote.
To vote. And she actually, in her time, she actually went and voted and was arrested for voting. And then she was tried, and then she was fined, but she didn't pay the fine. She was that hardcore.
Yeah.
And she's actually on
the dollar
the
coin.
dollar coin.
Oh, it's like the 70s dollar.
Yeah.
Not the gold Sacagawea one, but like, you know, before that. So check it out.
Let's check it out. So here is the grave, Susan B. Anthony. As you can see, there's a lot of signs saying thank you for your right for us to vote. So that's pretty cool. We have the American flag. People are leaving rocks with messages on there.
What's it say? It says, "You changed our country for the better. I will always be grateful." Aww. Is there any... I don't see any dollar coins down there.
Are those still in circulation?
Dude, there's a Pokeball.
Oh. Our next location that we're visiting is the grave of Frederick Douglass. And Frederick Douglass was an abolitionist. I had to say it that slow because I sometimes mess up that word. Actually read his narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass in my undergrad for my literature, and it's an interesting story. Frederick Douglass was not his original name. I believe he went through 3 or 4 different names before he had chosen Frederick Douglass. So he fought for the freedom of slaves. So he's a very interesting person in history.
And very important too.
And very important as well.
So I mean, wish we had more time to walk through this cemetery. It's huge and it's old.
It's super old.
And there's like pathways that they haven't paved over. It's still brick. So you could probably get lost in here for hours and hours and hours. We just don't have the time to do it, but we'll probably roll video over us talking here.
Yeah, and we looked at the cemetery to see who is buried here, and we can only find Susan B. Anthony and Frederick Douglass being the 2 notables. But I'm sure there's New York notables. We're just not from here, so we're not interested in finding them. But yeah, it's pretty old. I saw some graves of like the 1700s, which is insane. We found this tree. It's a super cool tree.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
Check it out.
It's who knows how old this is, but the roots, it's this huge, probably like 15 feet, like roots, and it comes up to about probably 20-foot circumference, man. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, on that note, definitely do some research and look into this place if you're up in Rochester, New York. We recommend it. Bye.
Well, bye.
What's up? We're in
Hey
Mount
guys.
Hope. Come on, dude.